Welcome back to another episode of A Couple of Drinks with the Clarks. Tonight's feature, Jefferson's Very Small Batch Bourbon.
Bourbon.
Bourbon again, baby. We love Kentucky.
Ooh. Bourbon wasn't
Yes.
good last time for me.
So, well, Mommy went night-night really early. I gotta tell you, you look very beautiful today. And you smell very nice. You smell sexy. I don't know if I can say that, but I'm saying it. Already?
I used your deodorant.
Awesome. Well, that's why I feel sexy.
Welcome to our world, people.
Built for a man, but woman wears it. I don't know, something like that.
You can't go out with this coronavirus, so I have to use what I have.
That's right. Hey, listen. Yeah, well, anyway.
Oh my god.
Moving along. Welcome back to our show, folks.
Oh
We
my
are the
God.
Clarks. I am Matt.
I'm Patty.
This is bad.
I'm Patty.
Yeah. Wow. So tonight, I'm sorry, folks.
Oh my god, so am I.
Distracting from our beautiful bourbon that we have here tonight. So we have Jefferson's Very Small Batch Bourbon. This is an awesome bourbon. It is from Kentucky. This company started back in 1997. And the gentleman that started it, he started it with his dad. Pretty cool thing. His name is Trey Zoller. And his dad, Chet, is a bourbon historian. So they really love bourbon. They're from Kentucky. They know what's going on with bourbon. So what they do with a very small batch is they have 4 different bourbon styles that go into this. Their main bourbon style is kind of makes up a little over half. So about 55% is this one bourbon style that's kind of spicy, gives it its backbone. So he uses that mash bill for it continuously. So that bourbon, he has a chance to create a bourbon style similar from year after year. Okay, the other 3 bourbons kind of add fruit characteristics to it. You'll see once we taste it. But this guy, he's doing some pretty cool stuff we'll talk about in a little bit. But let's cut to the chase and let's taste some bourbon.
Okay.
Oh, also too, the way that bourbon is that I described as being kind of spicy, kind of fruity, perfect for muddled old fashions.
Yeah, I see you brought a weapon.
Yeah, it's a little weeping. So, anyway, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes. Now, this isn't as hot as what we had earlier. This is about 82 proof, so it's not 90 or 100.
Beautiful.
But it's nice, easy. This is perfect bourbon for people to get into the small batch bourbon category, and it's classy and refined enough to keep a bourbon drinker happy. Yes. So it's got everything going for it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Love you. Now there's the spice in the front. It's kind of like tannic, almost like tea.
Yo.
There's a little bit of
Honey.
honey.
Taste some honey.
Yes, honey, dear.
Taste some smokiness.
A little smokiness from the barrel,
A
probably.
little smoky.
There's some
honey.
candied fruits in the mid palate, and then a nice mellow bourbon finish.
Cake spice.
Yeah, like a spice cake kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, spice cake, not cake spice.
Either way, cake and spice, a spice of cake, whatever.
Like it?
Okay.
Yup, I like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Nice, easy to drink. You drink it by itself, or
It's very warming. I like that.
We are making muddled old fashions. My wife and I, we were bartenders.
Yep. Loved it when someone used to order these.
Yeah, well,
By the time you make them, someone's turning old. That's why they call them old fashioned. I'm sure.
Well, they're a classic old cocktail.
Yeah.
People do make old fashions nowadays, and not too many muddle. But anyway,
You have to muddle
when I
it,
used to
so
work
you
at
do.
Bonnie Castle years ago, we used to do the Rotary. The Rotary would come in every Wednesday night, and we had these 2 guys, Faye and Bill, and they drank old fashions almost like it was a contest. These 2 guys, we would have to make up like 14 or 15
Muddled
already and put them in the cooler. That way
Jeez.
when they were ready for another one, ba-boom, ba-boom. Anyway, yeah.
God.
Great guys. Boy, they put it away. Anyway.
Barely got through one of those maple bourbons. Passed right out.
So what we have in here, we have slice of orange, slice of lemon, dewy maraschino cherries. That's French for deux. A little bit of bitters, aromatic bitters. And then this is the little addition that I created today. This is a peach green tea simple syrup. Okay. So basically simple syrup is simple to make. You can create it yourself. You can do whatever type of simple syrup. Go into your pantry. You can make cinnamon. You can make honey. Just use honey instead of the sugar. So simple syrup is 1 part liquid, 1 part sugar. So if you have a cup of peach green tea, it's a cup of sugar. Put it on the stove. Let the sugar melt into the liquid, and then boom, simple syrup. It lasts a long time in your fridge, so you can use this for other cocktails. But we're doing it tonight with a muddled old fashioned. So
you made that today?
I did.
Yes. I made breakfast, lunch, dinner, the beds, all that.
I believe about one thing of that.
You're right, I don't cook.
Yeah.
Sounded good though, didn't it?
It did.
That's a lot of work. And I would love to help you right now, honey, but since I applied for unemployment, I'm not
you're not
allowed
supposed
to work.
Yeah. No. Makes sense. You don't want that going sideways for you. So now there is also a little splash of club soda in there.
Okay.
I love this ice scooper because it's got slots so you can get the water out prior.
Peppy.
Are you sure you want to put a little splash of club soda on the finished product?
No, that's not how you make it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You put the soda right before you muddle.
Before you muddle? Okay. Okay, here we go.
Should I just pour the rest in here?
No, that's for a sip of later.
Okay.
Ta-da! So, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Ooh. That's a lot of bourbon.
Okay, now, we don't have a stir stick or a spoon.
Don't need it. You just do this.
We'll swirl. Oh, the swirl. We're getting good at the swirl with the wine and the bourbon.
Yep.
Look at that. That's perfect.
Okay.
So, boom, muddled old fashioned with peach green tea simple syrup.
Sweet.
And let's try it out. See what's
All right.
up. Pinky's out.
Cheers.
Cheers, love you. Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very good. There's a little whisper of peach in there.
I taste it.
But, yeah, that bitters makes it. Club soda.
Mm-hmm.
So, this guy, Trey, that has created this bourbon is also doing some other cool stuff. He has a friend that owns this oceanic great white shark conservancy thing. So what happens, you might have seen it, I was watching it here at the house one time, is they go out in this special boat, and it's got this platform that lowers into the water. They get a great white shark onto where the platform is, then raise it up out of the water. They measure them, they weigh them, they tag them, put stuff on them, and do all this research. So, what? So, Trey was out there, and he was...
I'm just thinking, I hope nobody measures, weighs, and tags me after this coronavirus. It's not going to be good.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
I'll keep an eye out.
I'm sorry.
I will keep an eye out there for you. If I see anybody with a trank gun, I will let you know.
Okay,
So,
I'm sorry.
He's out there in the ocean, and this is what's going on, you know, the waves and whatever. So he thinks to himself, why don't I give this guy a few bourbon barrels, and, you know, the ocean will move the bourbon in and out of the barrel, and the different heat temperature changes and the ocean air. He goes, maybe this will make a funky bourbon. And so he sells this ocean bourbon. They send this bourbon, I think it's like 6 or 8 year old bourbon, in barrels out in the ocean for 6 months. They crisscross the equator and all sorts of stuff. And it imparts this beautiful flavor profile. We don't have it here because it's a little expensive. So, but I have had it in the past. It's kind of like got this like caramely, salty, popcorny thing. It kind of, it's really cool, interesting. But anyway, so Jefferson has done some really cool stuff. Check it out. Make yourself a muddled old fashioned. Nice.
Very good.
Classic.
Cheers.
Cheers. Love you.
Love you.
Listen, thanks so much for joining us at these episodes. We really enjoy talking to you folks about our endeavors. Cheers. Thanks so much for coming. And
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Take care of each other. Call each other. Hey, do a Zoom meeting or do that house party stuff.
Yeah, it's fun.
You can talk to your friends and have a couple drinks and have a couple drinks to the Clarks. Thanks. Cheers. I'm taking this with me.
Why, you afraid I'm going to...
Yes, look, I saw you do it last night. I didn't see it at the time, but I saw it on the film.
You'll be all right.
The film doesn't lie.